Hi there, fitness and wellness students. I'm just going to provide this brief instructional video on the assignments that you're supposed to be doing for this first week of class. Note, I'm under the week 1 module, which is underneath the content button in our e-learning course site. So if you scroll down here on the left, you'll see week 1, and so that's what I'm in right now. So the first item on our list is that syllabus acknowledgement statement, which I have been grading it, and I'm pretty sure almost everybody has submitted that. I did have a deadline for that being last Sunday night by 11:59 p.m. So you want to make sure that, if you haven't submitted that, make sure you submit that syllabus acknowledgement statement in that assignment folder. Also, your exercise plan. I wanted you to put together a plan as far as what you're going to be doing each week, how many days you're working out each week, if you can even narrow it down to a specific time on those days that you plan to work out. I just kind of want a plan in place moving forward, and you're going to hopefully try to stick with that plan for the remainder of the semester. So you're going to submit that exercise plan right here in that assignment folder. The third item here you can see is that waiver and release form, which most of you already submitted in class last week, but again, a lot of you have submitted it online as well. So make sure that those are in the assignment folder as well. Then when we move on down our list, you can see the 2 chapters in your textbook that we are going to be reading and covering are chapters 1 and 2. Okay, so chapter 1 just deals with lifestyle choices and the differences between those terms health and wellness, and it takes a look at the 6 different dimensions of wellness. So in addition to reading your textbook, I'd like you to view my short video here. It's just me talking you through that particular chapter as I would in the classroom if we were face-to-face. You're just going to watch my lecture that I would be doing in the classroom, but it's now recorded here. So I encourage you to watch that because it's a good supplement for that chapter 1. Then you're going to move into your first assignment. And so this particular assignment is called the 6 Dimensions of Wellness. Please note that you can open up this document and you can go ahead and type directly on it if you would like to. But everything that you submit needs to be typed. So please keep that in mind as you move forward through the semester. So for this assignment, I'm asking you to watch a short video here, Are Health and Wellness Really Related? Okay, so in addition to watching the video, you should have already read chapter 1 and viewed my lecture on chapter 1. Then you're going to go ahead and answer these basic questions. First of all, identifying the difference between the terms health and wellness using your own words. And then number 2, you're going to list the 6 different dimensions of wellness as covered in your textbook, and you're going to define them in your own words. Okay, and then thirdly, you're going to go back to each dimension and you're going to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 is low levels, 10 is high levels. How do you feel you're doing right now in your life in each one of those dimensions of wellness? Make sure, in addition to rating yourself, you explain why you rated yourself the way you did. You're going to give examples from your life that either can contribute or detract away from that particular area of wellness. And it definitely needs to reflect how you rate yourself as of today. So you can see this last question is actually worth 18 points. So a good chunk of your points comes from this question. So make sure that you're explaining and giving proper details in all of your answers to make sure you're getting those full points. Okay, so you're just basically rating yourself. How are you doing in regards to each of those dimensions of wellness? So you're going to go ahead and upload that assignment right here in the assignment folder. Okay. The next item is moving into chapter 2. So chapter 2 actually deals with chronic diseases. So you're going to look at things like cardiovascular disease, diabetes, type 1 versus type 2. You're going to look at cancer and even osteoporosis. So after you read the chapter in your textbook, then you're going to go ahead and watch my short lecture, again, that deals with chronic diseases. Okay. Also, if you move down the list, you can see the next assignment is to complete the self-evaluation and life expectancy assignment. So if we open up that link, you will see that I have again put it into a step-by-step order. So step number 1, you're going to go visit this website and take the Vitality compass test, okay? So it's not going to take a whole long time to answer the questions, but you're going to get some answers on your life expectancy, basically, based off your answers to the test. Then you're going to also watch some additional videos here that deal with heart bypass surgery and then cancer. So then you can go into answering my questions. Now this first question, you can see it's worth 8 points. So what I'd like you to do is identify and explain the positive risk factors for cardiovascular disease. So if you look in your textbook in chapter 2, you will see a table that lists all of the positive risk factors for heart disease. And then beside each risk factor, it lists the defining criteria. So what I'd like to see you do is list out each of the positive risk factors and then identify, do I fall within that defining criteria for that particular risk factor, yes or no, right? And then from there, you can see how many of those risk factors do you actually possess, okay? So make sure that you're covering all of those risk factors and answering that question fully. The next question, it asks you to take the PAR-Q test. So the next link under this particular week 1 module, so underneath this assignment, if I go back and I scroll down, you will see underneath the assignment, you will see the PAR-Q evaluation. So you're just going to answer these 7 questions, yes or no. And basically this is telling us that if we answered yes to one or more of those questions, it's a good idea to contact your physician prior to performing physical exercise, just to get their approval and their stamp of approval saying that, yeah, it's safe, it's good for you to do this. If you answered no to all of the questions, then you should be good to go and can begin a physical exercise program without any issues. So in order to answer that question number 2 on the assignment, you need to go to that PAR-Q questionnaire and answer, the questions on the PAR-Q form. Okay, the remaining part of that self-evaluation assignment is basically you watching those videos that I just told you about with heart disease or heart bypass surgery and cancer, and answering some questions. Okay, so it's as simple as that. So you're going to submit your answers to that assignment right here in this assignment folder. And then lastly, this week, you're also going to take quiz number 1. Now, all the quizzes in the class are going to be timed. Okay, so you have 30 minutes to take the assessment. Okay, they're 20 multiple choice questions. Okay, so make sure that you are ready to take it when you click on the link, okay, and stay within that time frame that's allotted for each assessment. Please note that all of these assignments are due by Sunday, September 12th, 11:59 p.m. So to avoid any late penalties, you want to make sure that you are completing those assignments and uploading them into the assignment folder before the deadline, okay? And then lastly, as far as your exercise goes for the week, make sure that you're documenting your workouts, you're providing proof of your workouts, and you're going to just keep adding to those documents every single week. You will not be submitting those documents until midway through the semester. So right around week 5, I'm going to have an assignment folder where you're going to be putting all of your exercise documents into that assignment folder at the middle of the semester, and then again you're going to do it at the end of the semester. So remember, if you're not certain that you are documenting your workouts properly, you can always email them to me within these first couple weeks just to get my feedback, and then I can take a look at them and I can let you know, hey, yep, you're missing this, I would add this to it, or hey, no, it looks perfect, keep doing what you're doing. Okay, so if you want to do that, feel free to email me those just to check in. So good luck. Make sure you're submitting everything under that week 1 by that deadline listed there. Okay, September 12th for most all of the assignments. If you have any questions, as always, reach out.